I wasn't surprised by how much she wanted to meet the rabbi. My sister Martha, she's obsessed by him. She's always listening out for the stories of where he's been and what he's done and what he's said, always wanting to know, always wanting to hear. And I listen to the stories too, but we never imagined for a minute that the Rabbi Jesus would come to our village, to Bethany. Everyone always just keeps on going to Jerusalem. But one day we were in the market, and this young boy comes running in, shouting to us that the Rabbi Jesus and his disciples are on their way into the village, that they're coming here, they're coming to Bethany. And Martha, she has to go and meet him. And I wanted to go too. But I didn't. She went to find him, and I took the food home. But then I hadn't been in our house for long before I could hear Martha shouting to me from outside. She was running to the house, shouting that the Rabbi Jesus and his disciples were coming to eat in our house. My brother Lazarus wasn't even home, and she's so excited and running around getting everything ready, and I was terrified. My hands were shaking. There was no help to her at all. And then, in very little time, we could hear their voices outside the house. And the rabbi came in. And it's hard to explain everything that made me feel. He has kind eyes, the rabbi. He came in, and Martha was preparing the food, and that's where I should have gone, that's where I should have been, in the kitchen. But there was something about being in the room with the rabbi. There's this passage that my brother Lazarus has read to me sometimes from the scriptures, and it says, "But I have stilled and quietened my soul, like a weaned child with his mother. Like a weaned child is my soul within me." And that had always sounded like somebody else's life. It had sounded like a dream. But that's what it felt like, being in the room with the rabbi. Like my soul had come home. And I didn't want to move. I sat at his feet and listened. And he let me stay. And then it wasn't long until Martha came back, and I understand why she was angry. She had a meal for 13 people to prepare, and I was doing nothing to help, but I didn't know how to say to her that the anxiety, that the pain, that the tightness in my chest, it had just gone. And I just wanted to stay. And then the rabbi spoke to her, and he said, "Martha, Martha, you are worried and upset about many things, but only one thing is needed. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her now." I don't know how he understood. I don't know how he knew. It's been really hard for Martha for a long time. She's been very scared and worried for me, and she's carried so much. After the rabbi left, we both cried. And Martha was holding me, and she kept saying, "He's promised you, Mary. He's promised you that it will not be taken away from you now."